if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
Like my new shades. Oh, they didn't have clears, so I'm gonna have to use these to get home. It's about 4:30, but I woke up at about 2:30, and some guy was trying to get in my tent, and I was just like, dude, you got the wrong tent, man. And then he came back like 2 times, and I was just like, you know, am I gonna have to have a physical conversation with this guy or what? Wisconsin's probably one of my favorite states to ride in, so this is just a reminder that, you know, you work your program and you do what's best for you, and don't stay somewhere because you feel obligated to be around people or to be with friends. I mean, obviously I didn't want to leave at 4 in the morning and ride my motorcycle all the way home by myself. I'd rather stay, wake up, but I know exactly what's going to happen this morning. Everybody's going to wake up, they're hungover, they've been doing who knows what, right? And they're going to feel like, you know, it's just going to be like hangover fest. And I'm like, you know, I'm ready, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go. I want to go home, I'm going to get a couple hours of sleep. We'll do our weekly recovery video when I get home, and then we'll see what happens, man. And so yeah, so the vlog continues. Hoping for a safe ride home, and I hope I don't run into any cops. I hope I don't run into any deer or animals on the road. But I should be taking, I think I'll hit 94 at some point, or 10, and then I'll blast home. So we will see you guys later. Lefty out. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, I don't know. I'm enjoying the sunrise. This morning it's about 5:20. The sun's about to pop up over my left shoulder there. I can hear the highway buzzing. 94. I'm back in an industrial area out in Dayton, Minnesota. And like I said earlier, I had to depart that little party I was at. You know, I thought it would be a good idea to go to an event like that, hang out, meet some new people. And, you know, I forget how much the world is struggling right now. And maybe it's just because I'm in recovery and I don't bend or break my rule. Peer pressure doesn't mean anything to me. I would never do alcohol or drugs because other people are doing it and I might be able to have a better time for a couple hours. I have this channel because I like to share my experiences with people, and I know that there are people out there that relate to what I share and what I say. And yesterday was a really fun day. We made a couple stops at a couple saloons, which, I'm okay with. I noticed who was drinking alcohol and who wasn't. There was a couple sober people there. I met a couple sober people and I was like, all right. Hey, I'm going to pal up with these guys. We're going to do the sober thing, sober squad, the sober Sportster squad. I noticed who was drinking so I could put myself in the pack, where I felt comfortable riding. It does impair your judgment. And I do not like riding in packs with people that have been drinking. And we got to Full Tilt Boogie last night, and I saw a couple things with my own two eyes that caused some concern for me. Stuff that I'm not usually around, stuff that I definitely don't do and haven't for many, many, many years. I got clean from drugs in August 10th of 2011. And I guess God, the universe, the divine design, put me in that position and that place with those people at that time for a reason. And as cool as some of those people were, everybody at the place seemed cool. I just felt a little awkward being around drugs and alcohol, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the party pooper. I don't. But I just know where that stuff leads me. Me personally. If you want to do that stuff and you want to do that, that's on you. Like, maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you don't have a lot of responsibilities and you can party all weekend and then, do that sort of stuff. But I can't do that anymore, right? So my air mattress, I went into my tent at about 9:30 and I just watched some YouTube and I edited a video and I tried posting it, but I didn't have much service out there. So I just hung out in my tent and just reminiscing of the times that I have in recovery and how strong I need to be in those times, because I wanted to go out and I want to hang out with everybody. I would love to have been out by the band dancing and meeting people and stuff, but it just seemed to me that everybody was under the influence of something and I didn't meet very many sober people. And the sober people that I did meet, they kind of disappeared at one point, and I just didn't feel like mingling or co-mingling with people who were doing things that I just don't agree with. And man, call me old, call me, I don't know. I do these things because I want to get out myself and have fun. I can't sit at home all the time, right? Like, I'm always at home. I'm always doing something at home. I'm always doing the garden. I'm always riding on my own. I haven't found very many people to ride with. And the few people that I was riding with, they started to have problems with me and my ups and downs and couldn't accept me for me. And so they told me that they didn't want to ride with me anymore. And I understand that. I really do. But life has been so weird lately where I've been given these opportunities to do, I've been making the right choice. It's so great. It's so nice. Like, at the end of the day, I'm proud. Like, I'm happy that I'm able to sit here at 5:30 in the morning to catch a sunrise when I know an hour and a half east there's people waking up, puking, hungover, asking themselves why, asking themselves, what was that all for? Because perhaps they haven't figured it out yet, that life is best lived sober, and it takes people a while, and no judgment on my part. I just can't do that anymore. And so, I want to give people encouragement. The people that are stuck, still suffering, and the people that are out of that, like people like myself and others who have had time away from that and then have slowly now started to see that the world is still suffering. There are people that feel like drugs and alcohol is okay, and it's not. Like, it's not. It messes you up. Alcohol is poison. Drugs, I've had, and it did have a pretty weird relationship with drugs. I did drugs in excess. I didn't know how to control it. I was all in. When I got prescription pills, when I got heroin, when I got meth, it was done, and it was going in me until it was gone, and then I had to find more. I could never keep a prescription pill bottle in my dresser and save some for later, or just take it as prescribed, or I always had to maintain my high. I never wanted to be sober, and I just did it to the fullest, to the max. And I guess I feel like that's the way I am in recovery too. And I don't know if I'm going to post this. I don't want to blast anybody. I didn't tell anybody that I had a channel, and I don't think anybody really knows that I have a recovery channel. I did meet a couple of sober guys, but I didn't say anything about my channel. He asked me if I went to AA, and I'm like, yeah, I used to go to a lot of AA. Like I've been to hundreds and hundreds of meetings, and I've done AA for a while, and I've taken a break the last couple years to try to find my own self. But I do use the AA program as a template for my recovery, which means steps, formulas, principles, meetings, sponsorship. Like, I'm not the best sponsor, but I have met a few people out there that were really good sponsors, and it inspired me to keep going and to want to help other people. And so with the world suffering the way it is, it's really difficult to get a grip sometimes. And my air mattress popped at about 2 o'clock this morning. I kept having to pump it up. I don't know, it must have sprung a leak. Some guy was puking outside my tent like once or twice an hour. I felt really bad for the guy because he was really bad. He was really drunk, and some guy was trying to get into my tent, and I just felt like at some point I was gonna have to like I don't know, like the stuff that crossed my mind was like I was gonna have to like knock the guy out, or like push him down, or like say, hey man, like listen, you can't keep trying to get into my tent. Like, I'm trying to sleep. I'm sober. Like, I'm not hungover, and I'm not drunk. I'm not having all these weird illusions like this is somebody else's tent. Like, I just felt like I felt almost like an outcast. I feel like an outlaw. I feel like an outsider. I feel like an outlier. I feel like I'm on the outside of what everybody does. And I put myself in these situations because I was invited, okay? I was invited to go along on this trip, and I don't want to disrespect anybody who invited me because I'm really good friends with the person who invited me. But, I'm at a level in my life and in my recovery now where I don't really have time to be around drugs or alcohol. Like, I'll be around it a little bit, alcohol. Like, I'll ride with people, and if we stop at a bar or two, okay, so what? Like, I gotta get out once in a while and hang out. But once other things start to come out and start to get played with, and you're speaking to people that are under the influence, it's just like you're not having a real conversation with people. You know what I mean? To me, it's not. It's like I don't really enjoy having a conversation with intoxicated people. I'd rather have a friendly, heart-to-heart, face-to-face conversation with somebody who's sober. And again, maybe I'm just, I don't want to say old school, but maybe I'm just an outcast. Maybe I'm an outsider. I'm an outlier. I'm an outlaw in that sense. I just, my life has changed so much. I want to get home to my kids. I don't want to be stoned or drunk or high or anything. I don't know. I think that's why God protects me. I think that's why God has allowed me to get as far as I have in my life, because ultimately there's going to be a bigger purpose for all this. And I love sharing my experiences with you guys just because I know that it's going to help people out there. And some people scoff, say, man, who are you to talk about whatever, and who are you, what are you? It's ego driven and stuff like that, but it's really not. Like, I don't sit and watch my videos and think, man, I'm the best at this. Like, man, everybody needs to see this. Like, I think the divine design happens, and people who need to hear it will hear it. People who need to see it will see it, and when and where and why. So that's my story. That was the vlog. Some pretty cool bikes at the show. some pretty cool roads out in Wisconsin, some really cool twisties, and this morning was really nice. Like, I'm not a big fan of riding at night or obviously when it's dark out, but I will do it. And obviously I just hit the highway and hit home, and Minneapolis at night, like the skyline coming into Minneapolis at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning was pretty sweet. I wish I could have stopped somewhere and got a shot of it on my GoPro, but I just wanted to get out and get home. And riding on the freeway at night is kind of hairy because all I'm doing is following the white lines. Like, I can't really see how far ahead. I stopped to get some clear glasses because I didn't know I'd be riding at night, and I stopped to get some clears and they didn't have any, so I had to get these stupid cheap, these were the clearest ones they had. And so I had a hard time like seeing really clearly, and you know, I got the angel flying with me, protecting me as I go. Sporty, she's running good, and I'm really proud of her. Man, this bike has been just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's gotten me where I want to go. 13 different states in the last couple years. It's got 50-some thousand miles. It's really been a blessing in my life. Well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. It looks like it's a little cloudy, so that sun ain't gonna rise all the way, but despite having that coffee I had this morning, I am gonna go home and get some sleep. And yeah, I'm gonna crawl into my pillow top bed, and I am going to turn out the lights for a while. I had a really bad kidney stone pain this morning, and I don't know if it was because I was laying on the ground or what, but I tell you, these things come on at the most in the most worst time. And on Tuesday I have to go see my urologist, so Tuesday I'll get some answers on whether they're gonna blast these out with surgery or I'm gonna be able to pass them. But yeah, so all right, you guys, that's the vlog. That concludes it. I'm gonna go home. I'm about 15 minutes from home, so I'm gonna blast out some country roads and watch that sun come up as I cruise. And I really appreciate you guys listening to me. And for the people who have been commenting lately, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. It gives me encouragement because we've gone so long without anybody really commenting and saying anything. We've had some trolls and stuff like that, but your encouragement goes a long way for me. I'm human too. I like to get encouragement and inspiration too. So, you know, sometimes you got to dig deep and find it yourself. But I do appreciate you guys giving me some likes and all that good stuff. So thank you guys. That's it. Onward, lefty, out. See ya. I went a little further on down the road past my house, and I was able to get a good shot of it. Hope you guys enjoy that. It was really cool.